What happens if humanity moved to Mars? Imagine stepping outside and seeing not blue skies and green landscapes, but endless red deserts stretching in every direction. The air is thin, poisonous, and unbreathable. The sun looks smaller and weaker. And in the distance, Earth is no longer home. It's just a glowing star in the sky. This is life on Mars. The journey there alone would already be a trial. Even with advanced rockets, it takes months of travel. Drifting through space in a confined ship, the crew would be exposed to radiation and isolation, far from the safety of Earth. Every system would have to work perfectly, because a single mistake in deep space could be fatal. But if we managed to make it, the true challenge would begin the moment we landed. Mars is a hostile planet. Its air cannot be breathed, its surface is freezing, and dust storms can blanket the world for weeks. To survive, humans would need sealed habitats, thick walls to shield from radiation, and underground bases carved into the rock. Water would have to be mined from hidden ice and oxygen carefully extracted from the planet's atmosphere. Food wouldn't come from open fields, but from indoor farms grown under artificial light and recycled water. Every breath, every bite, every drop would depend on fragile human technology. And yet, if people began to stay, Mars would slowly shape its own society. Who would lead? Would Martians follow Earth's governments or declare independence? History tells us conflict might arise, but the brutal conditions might also push settlers to cooperate more closely than humans ever have before. Over generations, those born on Mars might not see themselves as Earthlings at all. They would become Martians with new traditions, new ways of living. Still, life on Mars would not be easy on the human spirit. There would be no oceans, no forests, no blue sky. Just dust, metal walls, and an alien horizon. People would miss the feel of rain, the sound of waves, the sight of birds in flight. For Martian children who had never seen Earth, stories of waterfalls, storms, and sunsets might sound like myths from a forgotten paradise. But there would also be hope. The struggle for survival would drive us to create new technology, smarter farming, cleaner recycling, better energy systems. Perhaps one day, machines would begin to reshape Mars itself, warming the planet and thickening its air, slowly turning it into a place where humans could step outside without fear. It would take centuries, maybe millennia, but it could be the beginning of humanity becoming a species of two worlds. The deeper question, though, is why we would choose to move in the first place. For some, Mars is a safety net, a second home in case Earth faces disaster. For others, it is destiny, the next step for explorers who have always pushed beyond the horizon. But it might also be a mirror, reminding us that no matter how far we go, no world is as welcoming, as alive, or as beautiful as Earth. So what happens if we moved to Mars? At first, we would struggle with every breath, every step, every day. But over time, we might adapt, we might endure, and perhaps we would even thrive. Mars would test us, change us, and maybe even give birth to something entirely new. The question is not just whether we could survive on Mars, but whether we are ready to leave home behind. Thanks for listening to What Happens If. Would you go to Mars if it meant never returning to Earth? Or would you stay on the blue planet we already have? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the unknown.